been drawn to the largest sale of polled Herefords ever held in the United States, and probably one of the largest sales of any kind of cattle in the United States. The Craven Ranch, north of Oklahoma City and near Edmond, is selling its entire stock of polled Hereford cattle, 750 total, which will probably bring nearly $250,000 before this three-day sale ends Wednesday. One big question many people ask is just what is a polled Hereford? This simply means that through breeding, these cattle are born without horns. It seems that cattle with horns sometimes injure one another, and when the horns are cut off, the animal loses weight. The polled cattle bypass these disadvantages, and they seem to bypass them pretty well. One 6-year-old bull, Gold Rocket, sold for $3,000 today. What will happen to the Craven Ranch now that all their polled cattle are being sold? They're going to raise commercial beef cattle. This will start sometime this fall.
Probably the most essential element for future air traffic control is the development of a single traffic control rather than multiple. By that I mean that there must be one agency that completely controls all air traffic in the sky so that it has full knowledge of where all planes are at all times.
I notice the CAA is spending about $800 million toward that end.
Yes, they're spending about that much. In addition, the Airways Navigation, the Airways Modernization Agency created by the President is spending a lot of money on new equipment of a new type, experimental equipment.
Just what is the airline safety record?
Last year it was in the vicinity of 1/10 of one fatality for every 100 million passenger miles. If I'm off on that, it's infinitesimal.
How does that stack up with highway travel?
Oh, it's many times safer than private automobile highway travel.
The bus company is not asking for these benches, if you please, at all. It's a separate proposition entirely from the bus company. I agree with you. The manager of the bus company is in on the deal, and so is the other two people that bid on the benches before. I've gone in with him, as I understand. So I say, men, too, if you really are trying to do something for the dear people, why don't you require that the benches be put by the people that want to sit down and wait an hour for a bus? They don't do it in front of pennies. They don't do it while the traffic is heavy.
I know that they anticipate that within a year's time that they'll have some 500 benches in the entire Oklahoma City area. And that takes care of an awful lot of the incoming bus stops. And of course, they eventually hope to have one at every bus stop where they're permitted.
I wish to say, in behalf of the people that rides the buses, we want bus service instead of advertising. I thank you.
In 1947, we spent approximately $50,000 for the establishment of our present master plan. This money will go down the drain unless we bring that plan up to date on the present status and situation of all the problems that now exist in the city. I estimate, since the city's grown so tremendously since 47, that this study may cost as much as $75,000 or $80,000. Such money could be gained as a result of the sale of surplus land, which the city owns, and would not take money from our operating budget.